snitch.
Mine. Mine.
Good steal, Brady.
Oh, there we go.
Pull up, fades.
Stay left. Stay left. Give me that. Come on, man. Come on. Mine. Mine. Mine, dude. Mine. Come on, man. Give me that. Come on, man. Give me that, bro. What are y'all doing? Mine, dude. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, bro? Yo, what's good, man? Come on in, have a seat, chill out for a second. It's Blitz, and today I'm bringing you my first build video. I'm bringing you the best power forward backend build for Comp ProAM 5v5. Now, before we get into the builder, I do want to give you some confidence about this build. If you're anything like me, you don't just make a build like this without some proof that who's telling you to make it at least knows what they're talking about a little bit. Builds are too expensive and they take too much time to grind to make crucial errors on them. So in addition to the clips, I did also want to show you this. This is our Pro-Am team, TLM Tribe. There's my name right there, TLM Blitz TTV. And as you can see in the top right, we are 55-8 in Pro Gold. And if we scroll over to the season rankings, you'll see that we are number 9 in the world on Xbox at 55-8. And if you look closely, I can just tell you, if maybe you've looked at my stream, but we've beaten the number 1 team twice, we've beaten the number 2 team, we've beaten the number 7 team, we've beaten the number 8 team, and if you look in that middle column, we have the highest win percentage by 4% out of anybody in the top 10. So this is just proof to show you that I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about making these builds, man. This is not by accident. Our defense has, you know, basketball is 50% offense and 50% defense. We know that. But the defense this season from TLM Tribe, going from past seasons to this season, has made a massive jump. And this build is a huge reason why. I've been on this Pro-Am team. I've been on a top 50 Pro-Am team at every position. I've been at PG, I've been at lock, I've been at center, and now I've been at power forward. And let me tell you, not only is this one of the most impactful positions on the court, and might be the most impactful position on the court when it comes to defense, but it's also really fun. I can't lie, I've had a lot of fun playing Comp ProAM on this build. So, now that you know that I'm not some fool that's just going to give you some random build, I'm going to give you my build that makes these great plays and does these great things. So without further ado, let's go to the builder. So yes, we're going to select Rebirth. Here, I just put my guy at small forward. I'm not totally sure how much it matters, but I'm just explaining to you what my build that's worked for me. Not a totally big reason here, but I just put small forward, so you can do that if you want. Handedness doesn't matter. Jersey number obviously doesn't matter. So now we get to the height. My height on my back end is 6'9", so we're going to go up to 6'9". And we're going to set the max wingspan. You want the longest body possible in an agile frame, so that way you can work up and down on the pick and roll quicker than a big, but still have that length and that steal capability with those long arms and block potential with those long arms in a 6'9" height. So that's kind of the strategy behind the height and wingspan. Now the weight's important too. We're going to go ahead and take this weight and we're going to turn it down to, I believe, 193. And here's why. Y'all see anything changing here? Anything important that's changing? Anything important here that's changing? If you guessed defensive rebound, you are correct. Getting that defensive rebound to 93 is going to give us gold rebound chaser. And make no mistake about it, this build does stand up to and is designed to stand up to bigs in the paint. It is designed to outboard them. It is designed to block them. when they go up for it. And more than anything, it's designed to play the passing lane from the PG to the center when they want to throw it down to the big. So that is why it is the way it is. Okay, body shape. I'm not totally sure it matters, but if I were to remake it, I would probably go built, just because I think the biggest body gets the best body up animation. I think I did defined on mine, but I'd probably go built here. All right, so now we get to the attributes. I'm just gonna go down the list here. I have 84 close shot to be able to make some of those, maybe those backdoor cuts. You pump fake and you're able to go up with it even though the big's next to you. Still have a decent close shot to make those. I have a 67 driving layup. Driving dunk is going to be an 86. You want this guy to be able to finish in the paint, whether it be in the fast break, whether it be on backdoor cuts predominantly. You want this guy to be able to finish. He's already 6'9", so that's already a strength. Given that 86 driving dunk, that's going to give you contacts off one. That's going to get you access, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James package. What is it? Basic one-handers off one. And the most important thing it gives you is the quick drops. Not at 86, but at 80 driving dunks. But the quick drop is the best dunk in the game, period. So it just gives you access to a lot of different dunks. Your guys are going to be good at finishing in the paint. Standing dunk, 68. This is also low-key good. At 6'9", you're already probably automatically going to be able to do standing dunks, which is good. But here, I mean, 68 standing dunk is going to make sure. I mean, you're 6'9", you're already liable to get it done anyway. But with the 68 standing dunk, you're going to dunk the ball. If there's no one between you and the rim, you're going to dunk the ball. Mid-range is at a 76. You're not going to be taking many middies on this build at all, but I think it just automatically puts it there from having an 82 3-point, which is what's next. That's as high as you can go. In Comp ProAM 5v5, it is crucial that your corner shooters hit shots. If your corner shooters are not shooting at least 50-60%, you are failing as a corner shooter. I repeat, you're failing, and I mean that exactly the way it sounds. You're failing. So whatever you got to do, man. I'm probably going to drop a jump shot video here soon. I've been shooting anywhere between 50 to 65% this season on this build specifically. So I may drop a 6'9" jump shot build very, very shortly. But you got to be able to hit your corner shots. Your PG, to take the pressure off your PG, you have got to be able to hit your corner shots to take that pressure off of him. I just went for a 70 free throw here. My pass accuracy is 76. Now, why is that number 76 important? Well, that gets to the gold break starter badge, which is really good. You are going to find yourself in the paint, and you're going to find yourself getting rebounds over bigs. I know this may sound crazy to some people who may not necessarily be in tune with Pro-Am or in tune with power forward builds or how the back-end position works. Go watch some of these games on YouTube. Go check out my Twitch. I stream all of our games. I am boarding over these bigs, and when I have position, I'm getting the board. Or at the very least, I'm boxing them out long enough for our big to crash. You will get boards in this, and you want to be able to chunk that thing down the floor at a great speed. Interior defense goes to 84. Technically, 82 interior defense gets you the Hall of Fame workhorse, but 84 I think was just some extra cap. I think it gets me that extra badge point right there, 84. Perimeter defense is at 88. When you're playing against the pick and roll, you will have to sometimes be forced into positions where you're on the PG and you're kind of playing a lock spot. It should be rare, but it might happen. So you're going to want at least that silver clamps, and that gold challenger is amazing. Steal is going to be a 90. This interceptor badge right here is the prime key thing to this build, is you being able to pick off those passes to the passing lane and passes to the corner and that type of thing. I mean, it's impeccable. That is what this build is designed to do. It's designed to be fast, go up and down on the screen, make life very hard on their PG, and still be able to get back to that ball. I mean, that's what you just saw in the highlights. You just saw in the highlights. 90% of my highlights are just making last-second steal attempts and getting there because of the long 6'9" frame, 7'7" wingspan, and you're faster than a big, but you've got the arms of a big, and a 90 steal and gold interceptor. That's what this is about, man. You're going to have a lot of success doing that if you can get down with that rhythm. And it does take a while, but please give it time. Now for block, I can't stress this enough, you are designed to play in the paint with the bigs. You can do this. You don't have to panic rotate. You don't have to freak out and scream for your center to come and help you. This guy's a 6'9", 7'7" wingspan, 93 block build, and you're gonna have gold anchor. I mean, smacking it. Again, I tell you, go check out the highlights, man. You are gonna be smacking stuff. I mean, just popping it off the glass. So do not be afraid to stand up in the paint to that. So I got a 93 defensive rebound, and that's kind of what I was talking about earlier with the rebound chaser badge. This is really important. I mean, you need the rebound chaser to be able to bowl with the bigs down low, man. And it looks like I have my offensive rebound here at 58. I think it gives me an extra badge point. It does. The speed, again, crucial on this build. Designed to go up and down on the pick and roll in a yo-yo style, or make fast rotations. 83 speed, 80 excel. The strength is going to be at a 70. This is so you don't just get absolutely wormed all the time in the post. It's still going to happen sometimes, but here's the thing. Even though you might get wormed against these 7'2", 7'3" bigs, here's the truth about it. If they spend so much time worming you, the worm animation this year are terrible. If they spend so much time worming you, that's going to give your big time to crash onto the boards, and I promise you they're going to get that rebound more often than that worming big, because they're going to be so busy pushing you out of the way, the ball's going to fall right in your center's hands. So it happens all the time, trust me. But have this strength just so that happens less amount of time. Then you have 2 rebounders jumping for the ball. It's fantastic. Vertical, we have 87. I think I was just trying to get this as high as possible to just be able to get better block animations, better jumping. Obviously, I think I don't even know. I think you might need 75 vertical for the contacts off one, or 80 or something like that. But anyway, the vertical is just important for blocking and rebounding. I think I just tried to get that as high as I possibly could. Stamina is a 90. So, this is the build. 15 finishing badges, 19 shooting badges, 8 playmaking badges, 28 defensive badges, and just to be very clear, I have 5 or 6 additional badge points to apply. It's obviously dependent on your on like how many seasons you got to that extra badge point, and you automatically get the +4 for something at the beginning of my career. Honestly, it's been so long I forgot. But just keep that in mind. You're probably going to want to spread that around. You're probably going to want to put at least 1 into finishing, so that way you can get this posterizer badge to silver. You can get at least 1 tier 3 badge to silver. But we're going to talk about the badges here in a minute. But yeah, that's the build. Primary takeover. Quite honestly, this is kind of in the hot. I'm not totally sure how important this is. I mean, I've run a lot of different combinations, anything from paint intimidation and perimeter badge drop. I've ran stuff blocks, and I've ran, where's that? I've ran spot up precision. Here's what I've come to notice. We have such talented guards, especially, and you have to kind of match your scenario. At least for my position at in TLM's ProAM team, we have such talented guards, man. They will both just go for 30 if the defense lets them. So what happens is we run into a lot of teams who just say, hey, we're gonna let everyone else score except the guards. And what that ends up happening is the corners have to take tough shots, and the big has, and our big snoob has 40 points. You know what I mean? So it just comes down to, so here's kind of my strategy with the takeover. I like to put the secondary takeover on spot up precision, so that way as my takeover goes up, my 3-point shot is kind of substantially going up. And I also like to put paint intimidation on, so that way I'm just causing more misses in the paint. Stuff blocks is fun, but I'm just not sure how good it is. So paint intimidation, I go ahead and put that on. Again, I don't know that you can go terribly wrong with any of these. I don't think enhanced jump shot contest is very good for this position. I wouldn't do that. Limitless range, you're not going to be standing at hash, so that one's not good. I don't think see the future or glass clearing dimes is good. If you're going to run one of these rebounding things, it has to be box out wall. But other than that, it's kind of up to you. It really is up to you. We got a 2-way inside out score with shades of OG Anunoby, Gerald Wallace, and Mikal Bridges. Alright, I'm going to show you the badge layout that I've been rocking with, and just based off that, you can decide for yourself how you want to add your additional extra badges, or what that means for you as far as badge selection. So for me, if you see in the top right, I've got 16. This is different numbers from the screen earlier because of the additional badges I added. There's 16 badge points in finishing, 20 in shooting, 8 in playmaking, and 32 in defense. Whereas in the video there was 15 finishing. So I added 1 to finishing, I added 1 to shooting, and I added 4 to defense and rebound. And I also pay attention to that I changed my core badge pattern from the regular one to the double defensive one, which I think is a super great advantage for a back-end build. I don't know if it's necessary, but I tend to like it a decent amount. So we'll go ahead and get into it. This is the finishing badge I've been putting out. I still haven't been able to core anything, man. This build within the Pro-Am, he's pretty much played only Pro-Am, so he just simply doesn't score a lot. I'll be honest with you, with the level of comp that we play at, we play private matchups, and we're top 10 in Pro-Am, like I was mentioning earlier, so we only play comp. There's a lot of teams that aren't giving up backdoor cuts like that. I know you walk into your rec, I know you walk into you know, your rec games and your park games, and even low-level Pro-Am, it's backdoor central. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, people just aren't paying attention. But that's just not the case with the level of play that we're at now. So don't expect to core this badge super quickly if you're not playing stuff like My Career and rec. But Slithery, probably, it's at least a top 3 finishing badge in the game, if not number 1. Limitless Takeoff, you absolutely need this on. It works well with driving dunk and standing dunk. You want to be able to take off on those backdoor cuts as soon as possible. Also in the fast break, I'm not really out on the brakes so much. I'm kind of in the paint a lot, trying to help board and all that. But let's say you do, there are scenarios that I am, you want to be able to take off from as far away as possible, so that way you can't get ran down. And Aerial Wizard is just good because sometimes on backdoor cuts they throw me lobs, and that's really nice to have. A little extra cushion, and obviously Posterizer, we know what that does. Finish through contact, get more contact on us, yada yada yada. So moving on to the shooting badge. I know to a lot of people this might look kind of funky. I'll just be honest with you. This is based off 2 things. Number 1, the fact that I don't have a core shooting badge, and number 2, NBA 2K Labs testing. I trust the numbers wholly. And they suggest that with spot up shooters, that silver is actually the best spot for catch and shoot for locks and corner shooters. So I went with that. Green Machine on gold, it's a fantastic badge. I want to run that as high as possible. Slippery Off Ball, something I slipped on most of the year. It's actually very good. I notice it quite a lot, especially on backdoor cuts. When someone's holding your jersey, you slip right past them. On Hall of Fame in silver, but I lowered it to silver. I used it on Hall of Fame for a while, I can't even lie. Comeback Kid, it's suggested by 2K Labs, run on bronze. It's a pretty good badge to have. Plus there's just nothing else in this category that I really want or need. Clutch Shooter is just a good badge. It has popped up quite a few times for me. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped over this. Corner Specialist does absolutely nothing. 2K Labs testing, it does nothing. And I know that was kind of a hard pill for me to swallow, because it's like, what do you mean it does nothing? There's no way it does nothing. I mean, maybe it's like a minimal thing, and it should be more, you know, it should have more benefit than it's having, but no way it's nothing. Nah, dude, it's really nothing. Don't run this badge. Just don't run it. And I know this is like anti-logic for every 2K any of us have ever played, but just don't run this badge. Just don't do it. Claymore is kind of the new corner specialist, man. Claymore works great. It works effectively. Run it on as high as you can. I'm running it on gold. So, yeah. But no core badge in the shooting category. That's a sacrifice for having double core in defense. Moving on to the playmaking. You got a core badge at Break Starter. It's just the highest badge in this category that I get. So it just makes sense to core it. And you core it very easily, especially in the lower level Pro-Am games. I mean, you can just chunk the ball. Not so much when you get deeper into the ranking system. People guard the fast break really well, but I mean, you're not going to have a problem for a starter. If you've ever had a big tight build, you know that this badge just gets cored so quickly. Silver Dimer, I love dotting people across court. There's often times where I'm sitting in the corner, I get the ball passed to me in the corner, and I quick swing it to the opposite hash shooting guard, which is something I highly recommend you corner passers do. They're not expecting that pass so often, so a lot of times our shooting guards dexing, able to get a pass shot off. Dimer helps in every facet. Think about it from the perspective of that you get a rebound with all your badges that this is designed to do. Your silver Dimer helps even on the break starter badge. Like, you get a rebound, you chunk it out to your shooting guard who's streaking down the floor on the break. He can just pull up and he's got a silver Dimer hitting him. I mean, it's crazy. So that's really good to run. Special delivery, not really a reason. You know, sometimes you chunk lob, sometimes you don't. Don't really have anything else to use it on. Silver needle threader, so that way your passes just get picked off less, whether it be in the half court or the fast break. So moving on to the defense. Let's see, I guess we'll just start at the top. I'm running gold, box out beast. You don't want to get pushed around the paint. You want to be able to seal those box outs so that way you can get the boards. That's pretty obvious. Glove here. I can't say it's a huge difference maker, but I do see it happen from time to time. You get some bump steals running around the pick and roll. Also with bigs, if they try to do something kind of weird, kind of goofy, they try to hop step through you or something. I feel like that has an effect on it. I'm not totally certain about that, but I run it on silver. Workhorse Hall of Fame, big fan of this badge. I think it's amazing. I think it helps with rebounding as well as loose balls. Please use this badge. This is good. Pick Dodger is on silver. You are playing around the pick and roll with this build. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And generally speaking, as far as from a strategic standpoint, when you're running a triangle or a stack rotation, you're not going to want to be hitting the screen at all. But just in case you accidentally do, we all have moments where our stick drifts or we're accidentally in a spot we don't mean to be in. It's going to have this pick dodge roll. And 2K Labs say that the best thing to have this on when you're not necessarily the on-ball lock is silver. So we have it at silver. Challenger's a fantastic badge. It just came out that it doesn't work quite the way we thought it does. It doesn't give you higher contests, but it does cause more misses. So, and you with a 6'9" frame, 7'7" wingspan, I mean, that's just fantastic. And we have silver clamps, again, just for those times that as a back end you do get stuck on the PG. This is really good to have. Interceptor, again, this is the gold of this build. Literally and figuratively, put it on gold because that's as high as you can get it. I mean, this badge is an absolute demon on this build. I mean, it is 90 steal is fantastic when you got a 7'7" wingspan. That's all I'm gonna say about it, man. It's awesome. I have both core badges, rebound chaser on gold for obvious reasons, and anchor on gold. You are going to be smacking stuff with this build. Again, going back to that 87 vertical, you're gonna have a lot of success pinning stuff off the glass, even without chase down artist. You're gonna be blocking stuff in the paint. You're going to block bigs. Do not be scared of that matchup with bigs. They will be scared of you. So, and then I have Pogo Stick. Pogo Stick's a fantastic badge too. Lets you jump, lets you contest, and then also jump for the rebound. And honestly, you can kind of spam jump them. And because you're 6'9", you're a little more agile than big, so you can actually just keep jumping, and they can't keep pump faking and going up in time most of the time. So, yeah, that's the badge loadout. One last thing, thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate all the support. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. All the feedback is so much appreciated. Please check out the other videos on YouTube for full Pro-Am gameplays if that sort of thing entertains you. Also on my Twitch, I stream every single game that TLM plays, plus a little extra. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. Blitz out.
Oh my god.
The snatch.
Mine. Mine.
Good steal, Brady.
Oh, there we go.
Pull up, fades.
Stay left. Stay left. Give me that. Come on, man. Come on. Mine. Mine. Mine, dude. Mine, come on, man. Give me that. Come on, man. Give me that, bro. What are y'all doing? Mine, dude. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, bro?